Today for my exercise, I went on a run, and I wanted to apply it to one of the topics that we've previously covered in class, which is the path of blood throughout the body. Through the run, I need to get oxygen and nutrients exchanged at each of the capillaries, but we need to know like how that happens and how the oxygen is carried out throughout the body. So basically, it's carried out through the blood. And then all the capillaries is where the nutrients and waste exchange occurs. So for the path of blood through the heart, you can start anywhere, but I guess we'll start in the right atrium. The right atrium is going to passively fill like 70 to 80%. Once it's full, then it will, the right atrium is going to flow into the right ventricle where it's going to 70 to 80% passively fill. And then the right atrium is going to contract, pushing the rest in the right ventricle, and then the right ventricle is going to contract, pushing that out through the pulmonary artery, pulmonary meaning lungs, and then artery away from the heart. When it goes to the lungs, it's going to be oxygenated, and then it's going to come back into the heart through the pulmonary vein. Again, pulmonary meaning the lungs and the oxygen there. Once it comes back through the pulmonary vein, it's going to go into the left atrium, and then 70 to 80% is going to passively fill into the left ventricle, and then it's going to contract, push that out through the aorta. It's going to go through the aorta valve, and there's going to be like a little back pressure thing, but the lower that is, the more that's able to kind of go through. That's kind of what we talked about with stroke volume as well. And that's going to go through the aorta, which is then going to hit the arteries, arterioles, which then leads into the capillaries. That's where you're going to have your nutrients exchange and all the waste exchange, all that good stuff. And then you're going to have, that's going to lead into your venules, then that's going to go into your veins, which then goes back in through either the superior or the inferior vena cava, which is the vein that brings the blood back into the heart. And that's what I kind of was able to relate to my run today, about how I'm getting all this nutrients, all oxygen exchange happening at these through the pathway of blood throughout the body.